What up, my people? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Podcast from the car. So let's get into this real quick. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this whole situation where, I usually don't talk about stuff like this, but it's kind of something that a lot of people do talk about, and it kind of goes both ways sometimes. So let's talk about this whole Jamie Foxx and his new, whoever this lady is that he's dating. She's a Caucasian lady, right? And it's a lot of people that are upset about, with him, jumping the gun and, jumping straight to marriage with this lady, right? And I think a lot of people do get upset because, and they start bringing up the whole race thing and say, black men should stop dating white women and stuff like that and vice versa, whatever, and I think, me personally, what I get from it, for a lot of people, what people you typically don't say, or they don't want to, they don't want to tell the truth about how they feel. And this is not saying this is how I feel, but when I hear a lot of people talk about this stuff behind closed doors, this is how a lot of people feel. So you got Jamie Foxx, right? He built a legacy, pretty much. He got this whole legacy. As well as a bunch of other stars, right? Just, whether it's a football player, some form of entertainment, a rapper, a singer, entertainer, anything, even if it's someone who built a company from the ground up and it's worth $1 billion, right? I think what a lot of people's issue with that is, you take that same person, right? That black person who built this wealth. They built up this whole career. And I'm talking about someone who did it alone, from the ground up on their own. And then you take that black person and you put them in a situation where they are with a Caucasian person, right? And they marry that person. And let's just say, knock on wood, that person passes away, that wealth is handed over to a Caucasian person. And I think that's what a lot of people's issue with it is, right? So if you look at it, how does it make you feel when you think about that, right? When you think about, Jamie Foxx, for instance, I heard it on the radio today. People are going in talking about, he shouldn't be doing this and he shouldn't be doing that. And if you think about what they're saying, a lot of people behind closed doors, or over the radio where you can't see them, this is what they say. You take that wealth that you built up and you give it away, right? So, and I think that's the problem. That's the issue that a lot of people are having with it. Let's just say I go out here today, I start a company, and it's worth $1 trillion, $1 trillion. And I just, I go and marry me a Caucasian woman, and let's just say I don't have any kids, we don't have any kids or anything, and I pass away. I built this company from the ground up. She was nowhere to be found. And I pass away, and my wealth goes directly to her. And then, let's just say, for instance, she never, this is just an example, she never marries another black man ever again. She never gets with a black man ever again. And her next person that she decides to get with is a Caucasian man or a white man, however you want to call it. And they raise this big old family, and they move on, and basically everything that I worked for and I built up, this whole legacy of mine, it goes to them. So this is where a lot of that thinking, it comes from. This is where a lot of the feelings come from. For a lot of people, some people may not say it out loud. They may not say it out loud. But this, if you do the math on it, that's pretty much how it kind of works out, right? I don't know. You let me know. I'm just throwing it out there because this is what I hear a lot of people saying behind closed doors. And I feel like maybe we should just go ahead and talk about it out loud so that people can, hear the truth about how people feel. But then if we flip that thing over, right? You got to flip it over. You have to flip it over. People are free to love who they want to love. People are free to like who they want to like. So that's the one thing that you can't control. If that man likes white women, what you think you're going to do? Talk him out of it? You're going to make him like, oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Like, you can't try to force, you can't force someone to feel how you feel. You can't. Just because, you got, a lot of people who love, they black women. You got a lot of people who love their white women. You got a lot of people who love their black men, who love they white men. You have that, Just because you have that, you feel that way, it doesn't mean that everyone else is going to feel that same way. You know, feelings are feelings, man. You know, you can feel however you want to feel. You know, you may love, you know, what you love, but you can't say that for the next person. That's just how you feel. You know, that's how you feel. So that's where we get into that thing too. You know, if Jamie doesn't like, if he doesn't want to settle down with a black woman, that's how he feels. You know, he's free to do whatever he wants to do. And I feel like a lot of people, you know, you can't down him for it. You know, he a grown, he old man. He in his 50s. You know, so it's like, I'm pretty sure he knows what he likes right about now. He knows what he likes, right? Come on now. So it's like, what can you say? You know, and I get it though. I get it on the wealth side though, right? Because you take this wealth, you built up this empire, and when you pass away, when you pass away, you are giving it right away. You're giving it away, right? Instead of back to your community, as a lot of people will want you to do. You know, they will hope you would do. So that's where, you know, that's where we stand on this whole thing. So it's drop a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know how you feel, because I know what I hear behind closed doors from a lot of people when we talk about, you know, interracial dating. I hear this a lot of the times, you know. Let me know how you feel. This was just a quick one from the cart, man. Drop a comment down below. Smash the like button. Let me know how you feel.